Where did I log out? Strawberry. Oh, right, yeah, the fucking absolute chaos of last night. Oh, yeah, I'm down here. Teleport's behind you. Anyone here? No. Okay, anything going on? I'm guessing there's going to be someone rustling pigs. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? Lucifer Portman friend, Rob Deputy and Valentine. Why can't I see anything? Why are my glasses so dirty? Made it so much worse. Can't see. Citizen. Guy named Archie in AB, Annesburg, yelling about sending a telegram to law. I should tell them to go fuck themselves in a Scottish accent. Presume he's wanted. Valentine help. Folks robbing folks in Valentine at the small salon. Henderson. Oh, is that what? No, that isn't what. That's what I do. Follow up on Leroy. Leroy was seen in Valentine about 10 minutes ago, so where he's wanted for something, not sure what. Siska release. Moxley and I'm free to be released from Siska at 6 p.m. today. No guards here at the moment, so would like a deputy, somebody called like CJ, not somebody like Malarkey or Glass to come release me. I've never done a Siska release on my own. I don't really know what I'm doing. It'd be fun to go and be the one to release him though. How do you do that? I don't actually know how to do it, and I'm trying to eat a quick cheese sandwich before I clock in. Time for martial law. Deputy Stone, Deputy Cassidy, chasing Lucy the pirate. Hat. Who's Robbo? Shooting started as they cross the bridge at bars, cross him towards Blackwater. That was 3 minutes ago. Right, I'm gonna, before I actually clock in, I'm gonna sit here for a second and eat this sandwich. Can I pull out the clipboard while I'm laying down, sitting down? I can. McGregor. I don't know who Emmett Cassidy and Lazarus Starr are. Let's see. Lucifer. Wanted for 160. Van Leroy. Only for 40. For obstruction of justice. Squeaky Pete murders Anthony Relish. He's dead. Was found dead in the Blackwater barbershop. Damn. There's a barbershop in Blackwater that I could have gone to. Wesley and Pete. Oh, was this today? No, yesterday. Oh, that's what we witnessed. Lucifer followed Ray Bush into the Valentine bathhouse. Is Ray on duty? I like Ray. No. I only know McGregor. Maybe I can go and find him and attach myself to him. Where is McGregor? Was he responding to any of that? Cassidy. Okay. I thought it was a cadet. Hello, what this? It's a Red Dead Redemption RP server. Filling his pants, just staring blankly. No, I had the clipboard out. How dare you? He's doing work. He's working. Look. He's eating his lunch. I'm eating my breakfast, my dinner. Wow. I'm waiting to OK Space Engineers on the Xbox. Play Space Engineers. What is that? Apart from something that tells me everything I need to know about you, zombie man. Minecraft plus No Man's Sky. That honestly doesn't sound too bad. New Hello Games. What is that? Fantasy game? Oh, yeah. The Light No Fire. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good, yeah. Okay. Let me just sort my life out here. Just Google Light No Fire. Okay, there's a cadet at Valentine. Let's go there. Check that he's not gonna die. And clear this. Horse out of the way. Don't run over that cat. Ugh. God, I want to arrest that NPC. Oh, I still have these. I didn't put them in the bloody file. His father. Evening.
How you doing, Lord?
Yes, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right.
No, I shouldn't have is a hat. I'm going to retcon that real quick because I have not got a hat right now. These were pulled off of that fucking corpse, right? Not civilian return though. But they can be. Let's just mark them as civilian return.
I'm gonna head over and scout the place real quick.
All right.
What are you doing?
Just popping a couple of civilian returns into the drawer, and I can accompany if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't think I should be alone with that one.
Alright, I'm just going to give my guns a once over after last night. I'm not sure if I had the opportunity. Oh, seems I did.
Is that your darkest clothing?
I have a slightly darker outfit if you'd like. I can go and get changed.
Yeah, if you got the time.
Yeah. What are we doing? What is he having me do?
I'm gonna go get my other horse real quick. I'll meet you outside the office.
Alright. It's a funeral outfit, but...
fill you in that side of town.
Right. Unfortunately, I still have a shock of white on this jacket.
Nah, that's alright.
My hat was shot off last night. Haven't had a chance to replace it.
Gonna get sunburned.
I know. I'm sort of dreading it, but I'm sure I can handle one day.
All it takes is 2 hours on the field, Lord. Then you're red.
Are we
And in
going out
pain.
west?
No, we're right here. We're going towards that way, I would say. We're gonna go scout out Thieves Landing.
Alright.
I don't know how aware you are with the current situation. As it stands, the bastards are looking for blood due to one of theirs dying recently.
I'm not really familiar with the bastards, but are they looking for our blood or just any blood?
Yeah, they're looking for Zoe's blood and McGuire's blood, as well as the rest of the department, seemingly.
Okay.
But if you ain't familiar, much like their name implies, there's a lot of fatherless behavior included in their midst.
Alright. Is that why they deigned to name themselves the bastards?
I don't know if it's a metaphor or if it's literal, but they, well, let's say that there was nobody to show them the corner of detention when they were younger. Now they decided to take up arms, surprisingly good at it. They try and oppose anything or anyone that goes against them.
Alright.
The idea is if we can manage to strike them before they strike back. Yesterday they made a show out of kidnapping two folks between Deputy Sachs and some random civilian. Pulled them in the middle of town like they owned the place. Just to have some kind of conversation.
Okay. They, Sachs and the civilian make it out alright.
Yeah, they're fine. That's the thing with folks like that. They see a fight that ain't in their favor, they're not going to take it. And yesterday wasn't in their favor, so they took off.
Right.
Sorry about that, Snake.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Just seeing if we can spot them in there? Casually.
Not necessarily. I just really want to scope the place out properly and see if we can find anything. I don't want them to go back to Blackwater and take another 10 fucking hostages. I'd rather get a party going when I see them around and go strike them first.
Right.
Before anybody dies.
What do they predominantly look like? Red and black? Or if they got a...
Yeah, red and black. Notable ones, you'll have blonde hair. Everett Thompson has an eye patch, I believe. Ponytail. Vern's got slick back hair similar to mine, but it's blonde. You got Fiverr, who wears puffy leather hat, short brimmed. I don't know much about the rest of them. They're newer members.
Alright.
It would be really nice if we didn't have criminal fog for once when I'm trying to scout places out, but I guess it's not the day.
Unfortunately, that's why...
Have you ever been in a firefight in Thieves Landing? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I can't remember what I was going to say. My first ever firefight was in Thieves Landing.
How'd that go for you? Who were you with?
It went quite well. It was it sort of came out of Thieves Landing and pursued across to Blackwater along the coastline. Ultimately, I think we sort of managed to apprehend 2 or 3 of theirs. A couple got away.
Was it the bastards or some other gang?
No, I think it was the Black Hats. That individual to our right.
Familiar with that group. Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Hello, Lucifer.
What?
Hello, Lucifer.
Oh, hi.
How do
I
you
should
do?
go.
Lucifer there.
What?
If you wouldn't mind just having a quick word with you, just
I have a pig to deliver.
pig. Where did you find that pig?
Flat neck?
Right. And is it your pig to be delivering?
No. I mean, now it is, I guess.
Right. You're under. You are aware that that is against the law.
Yes, I would. I don't know if you were aware, but I was just chased and shot at while picking up another pig.
Right. And that would be because you stole the pig, yes?
Well, yeah, this is my 3rd one.
Right.
All right, let's
like-
not go into Thieves Landing. Let's turn around. Let's not go into Thieves Landing.
But I really want to. That's where
No,
the delivery is.
no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Talk to my deputy. Come on now. Have a conversation with my deputy, please.
All right, what was your name, British guy?
Deputy Lucien Lorde. We met once. I gave you $100 to not do any crime.
Oh, well, look how that turned out.
I know, yes. You stole my name, Lucy.
No.
And
my
then
name
you
is
started
Lucifer.
stealing pigs.
My name is not Lucien, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Right.
Whoa!
So you are, unfortunately, in violation of the law.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. So if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could accompany us back to Blackwater and we can sort this out. Perhaps
Yeah,
we
but I have
can-
to deliver this pig, though.
Right. Well, perhaps we could deliver it back to the person who actually owns it.
Or, you don't do that, and I go and deliver this to the guy that's gonna pay me $30 for it.
Right. I don't think you quite understand that the
Nah, I'm
situation
good,
is,
man.
yeah.
I really am.
Right. Unfortunately, you are under arrest.
Come on, try a little harder.
Well,
Right behind you.
you're going to have to stop the horse, Miss Port.
You really just sound like you would suggest that I do that. That this is some kind of.
Well, I am suggesting that you do that. Yes, rather than us have to bring you in forcefully, of course. I'd rather suggest that you stop the horse, and then we don't have to
Yeah, but I have
resort to any
deliver
other.
the fucking pig.
Right. Well, we rather wouldn't like to resort to extreme measures. So I shall ask again if you wouldn't mind stopping the horse.
No, thank you.
You are in violation of the law.
Stop firing, you maniac.
Yes. If you wouldn't mind putting the weapon away.
I would mind, actually. Quite alright. Just need to deliver this. Alright, come
Put
on.
your hands up. Come on, put your hands up.
Alright,
Put 'em
just.
up.
Alright. Can I just sell this
Put
first?
your hands up. Put your hands up. Put them up. Go backwards. You took me into Thieves Land, and I was gonna be nice. Maybe would have given you the money.
What's wrong with
But
this
now that you
place?
ran me into the goddamn hornet nest, Lucifer, you're not delivering food.
What? I can't understand what you're saying anymore. Hey, guy, just take the pig off my horse. Thank you.
No. Get
Come
off
on,
the
just
horse.
take it.
Get off
Thank
the
you.
horse.
What did you say?
Did you just deliver the pig?
Yeah, he just took it.
You know I'm gonna take that $30, right?
What? No, you're not.
Yeah, I will.
I don't. No. That's not.
Why not?
That's not cool. That's my $30.
You just committed a crime right in front of me. Is it your $30?
I mean, now it is. The guy paid me.
Get off the
You're
damn horse,
fencing stolen goods, Miss Port. That is.
I'll get off the horse. Fine.
Face away from me.
shit. Ah! Nope. Ah, no. No. I don't want to get caught. Not today.
Alright, well. I have no idea where she went.
Yeah, right here to the north on top of the roof.
Ah!
Ooh.
Die!
Yeah, if it wouldn't mind.
Stay down.
What did you put your hands up? I'm gonna shoot you. I swear to God, I'm
Where
gonna
are
shoot
you?
you.
I don't even
Put
know
your
where you
I'm
are.
right behind you.
Oh shit. Okay.
Put him up. What did you
Fine.
just do to the deputy? Turn around.
Just mildly
Turn
choked him
around.
a little bit. It's fine.
If you run
Where
away,
did she
I
go,
will
dude?
shoot you on the spot.
Okay,
You understand me?
I get it. I won't run.
I couldn't target her either. I tried to tackle her when I ran around the corner, but I think it might have been because she jumped off the edge.
Come with me.
Oh,
Maniac.
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
I couldn't right-click target her.
Yeah,
I was
you-
going to try and
you
tackle her
reckon
into
it'd
the
be nice
water.
of You think
I
I
thought
will?
it looked cool.
He could be.
No,
think he's
no,
okay?
I cannot. I don't know. We're about to find out.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
You better hope he's okay. It's a
Uh,
long way to Blackwater.
Blimey. She sort of managed to throttle me and choke me out a little bit there. I'm sorry. Did she get away?
No, I got her.
I'm just gonna go this way.
No, you're not going that way. Look, you're not going that way. You're not going that way. Get out.
Did
Get
you
out.
think he was picking
Go
me
to the
up?
right. Go walk forward. Yeah, go. We're facing the same fucking direction. Now go to the right again. Right where you are. Right where my deputy is. Yeah, the crime you committed. Right there.
Hello, crime.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Sit still.
Yeah, she sort of suddenly appeared behind me. My apologies.
No, it's not your fault. Dealing with maniacs. I'm gonna just
Wow, rude.
help you catch your breath. Am I rude? I'm the one that's rude here, Lou. Lucifer.
Come on. Yeah, you got it. That's my name. And who do I have the honor of being arrested by today?
Under Sheriff Schaefer.
You're the Sheriff Schaefer?
Under Sheriff Schaefer.
Oh, I thought you said I'm the Sheriff Schaefer.
I guess in partially that's true.
Yeah, just underneath.
And an under sheriff's still a sheriff.
I believe you.
I just happen to be under the sheriff.
How are you feeling, Lucy?
I'm a little sort of a little dazed. I sort of certainly did not expect you to appear behind me. You know, it was a nice little maneuver.
Yeah, I know. I'm very smart.
Right. Did you jump into the water?
No, I just ran around the building and then turned around so I could tackle you when you came for me. But you didn't come for me, so I just ran behind you and tackled you instead.
Well, I suppose we are almost at a port. You know, sort of home turf.
What do you mean
for you.
almost? This is definitely just port.
Well, it's more like a dock, isn't it? What's the difference between a dock and a port?
The amount of ships, I guess. A port is like
Which one is this?
Well, so a dock is that thing out there, right? And this location is a port because it has a dock.
Right. Well, there you go. Home turf advantage.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Okay. Up you go. Come on, get on your feet. Walk it off.
All right. Okay.
All right. Well, he's back up to his feet, so I can go now, right?
Yeah, you can go to the sheriff's office.
Oh, God damn it. Well, at least I got the pigs delivered.
I'll catch up. We got a long way around. It might be quicker to go this way. Oh, I can go. Yeah, she obliterated me there. I wasn't expecting her to fucking choke me out though. The second night in a row. Last night the fucking guys that tackled me in the middle of the gunfight was a whole thing.
Yeah, but as long as it's not me, that's okay. Okay, help me up. Thank you. Ah. Come here, horse. Black Bart, come with me.
Hey, stop whistling for your horse.
He's refusing. Black Bart is abandoning me. Bart.
Perhaps,
You alright, Lorde?
yes,
feeling dizzy?
I'm feeling alright. I think perhaps you're... what if someone comes along and takes your horse and sells it to someone else?
I will kill them.
Right. Oh, you wouldn't like that. Right, okay. Noted.
I mean, it is Steve's land, and at this point, anything could happen to that horse. They might use it for meat. They might use it for...
I've never been to Thieves
themselves.
Landing before.
I would suggest you stay away from it.
Why?
It's a place of ill repute.
Yeah, you're not really making me want to not go here. Anyone seen Deputy Glass? I like that guy.
That's the day, I don't believe so.
Why do you like Deputy Glass in particular?
Oh, 'cause he fucking hates me.
Oh, right. Did you
It's
do
very
something
fun.
to him?
I mean, I robbed him twice, I guess.
Oh, right. Well, there you go.
You robbed him? How wanted are you?
That was before. That was last time. Okay, I've already gone to jail for that one. I got out of Syndicate today, so it can't be that much.
Looks like you're going right back into it.
God damn it.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know you.
Yeah, but I mean, probably though.
Hey,
With the
got
whole
involved
with the
with your
whole attempted
shootout?
robbery of Deputy Bush, and then what's his face, Henderson, and the pigs and the shooting. I don't know. I feel like I might have overdone it a bit.
Perhaps the assault on myself.
Assault on who?
Well, I have rather a sore throat
I
at
just
the moment.
stumbled.
You stumbled from behind me, tackled me, spun me over, and then choked me out.
I mean, when you put it that way.
Right. Slipped and fell, then. We'll pop that in the case file.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a couple of extra charges of slip and fall in there. See, it goes both ways, Lucifer. It does.
What goes both ways? You?
Slipping.
I don't go both ways. I only like women.
No, that's not what we're talking about. I'm happily married for 18 years.
Well, good for you.
We're talking about charges accidentally slipping and falling into your file because you accidentally slipped and fell and almost killed a deputy.
I mean, he's fine. Clearly. I only choked him out a little bit.
Well, I'd still rather you didn't.
I mean, I could have shot you. Would have preferred that.
No, I suppose not, but you know, it would have been sort of the same thing in terms of fully illegal either way.
Well,
Let's go get a tip out so they're not looking for Lucifer.
I can do that, and you can pop her into a cell if you'd like.
Okay.
no, just leave me here for a bit. Maybe someone will come by. And...
Yeah, we shouldn't choke me out. I would have liked to have fought her. No doubt in my mind whatsoever that Andy would beat the fuck out of me on this server, but it would have been nice to have an actual fist fight. I haven't been able to have like a proper fist fight yet on Lore. It either just ends up being guns or... Like the closest I came was last night when the guy just randomly tackled me in the middle of a really long gunfight. Good. Glad that you didn't hitch. And why don't you want to hitch?
I'll get the paperwork started on that.
Okay. You alright for food and water in there, Miss Port?
Yeah, I had an orange earlier.
A whole orange?
An entire orange. You know why oranges are important?
I'm guessing something to do with scurvy.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
You're just gonna do... You really think I'm such a stereotype, huh?
You're wearing a tricorn hat and your name is Port.
And I'm a pirate, don't forget that.
You have an eye patch on. I'm surprised you don't have a parrot.
Wow. Hey, what do you call, What has 8 legs, 8 arms, and, 8 eyes?
A spider.
8 pirates.
That's awful. I almost want to sort of double up on the assault charge now.
Hey. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
I don't know. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
No, what? Come on, what's a pirate's favorite letter? I think you got this.
P?
P. No, this doesn't work if you can't answer the question.
Well, I have no idea what you're angling for.
What do pirates say all the time? Like, if you think of a stereotypical... Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what's a pirate's favorite letter?
R.
Well, you'd think so, but my first love is the C.
I hate this. All right. Well, so long as you're all right with just an orange.
For now.
Okay, well.
God, I'm gonna have to eat so many potatoes again.
Right. Because of Sissika.
Yes.
Maybe we can
You wanna
get
swap
some,
names?
Oranges. Lucifer and Lucien are quite close already.
Yeah, but you could be Lucifer Lorde, and I could be Lucien Port.
I'll do it if you don't do any more crime. How about that?
Okay, but if I promise it, and then you change it, and then we'll see about it later.
All right. We'll see, I suppose. I'll sort of hold you to whether you're going to keep that promise. I mean, a person of your talents, you're able to, presume, sail a ship.
Well, yeah, but there's no money in piracy on the sea anymore.
No, but there must be money in, sailing. You could become a fisherman.
A fisherman? Oh my god.
I mean, you could become a navigator.
God, you may as well tell me to become a fucking accountant.
What about a sea liner or something? There's plenty of those. I came over.
Sea lion?
Sea liner, the large vessels that go back and forth.
Oh yeah. Because it's so exciting to be ferrying passengers back and forth on a steamboat. Ugh.
Well, I suppose. What if you went whaling or something? That's got to be more exciting.
I guess.
There you go. Try that.
Whales don't really have a
It
lot
does
of
appear
gold
like
on
you're
them.
going to Siska.
Yeah, I thought so. Is there? Look, I'm happy to wait here while you look at the charges and stuff, but I'm like pretty fucking sleepy. Is there a chance I can get the local transport guy?
Yeah, we can do that for you if you'd like.
I appreciate that.
We'll get you some oranges on the way.
Thank you.
Well, I'll try. Jesus.
Lola, that was the name.
Have you ever done a local guard transport?
I don't believe I have, no.
All right, now it's going to be your first time.
Yes.
Let me walk you through it.
Right.
So essentially, how it works is very much like your run of the mill arrest that you do. You go down the charges, so go ahead and do that.
All right, let's see. And I would presume these are all from today, so
Yeah, I've been out of Siska for what, a few hours.
right. So, and you've practically already given us the lowdown of all of these elements here. You encountered some deputies in Valentine, is that right?
One deputy.
One deputy, was it? And did you take something from him?
No.
You-
Henderson did, though.
Right. Henderson took something. What did Henderson take?
I have no idea. I wasn't working with him. I tried to rob him, remember?
But you were trying to rob Henderson.
Well, so me and Henderson were having a bit of an argument outside of the bathhouse, right?
Right.
Because he's not a real pirate, because he doesn't have a code of conduct, and he didn't like that I said that. So then we both pulled our guns at each other.
Okay.
And then he wanted to show that he's a really good shot, and he tried to shoot a lamp, and he missed a bunch of times. And I tried to shoot the lamp, and I missed a bunch of times. And then Bush came out and was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then Henderson said, "Let's rob this guy." And I said, "Okay." And then he started robbing him. And then I changed my mind, and I said, "Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna rob you instead, Henderson." And I tried to rob Henderson, and then he ran away, and I tried to follow him, and then we left town.
All right. And then Henderson robbed a deputy.
Yes.
Okay. But you did rob Henderson, is that right?
Well, no, I failed to. I tried to.
You attempted to. All right. So should we? I suppose I can update that to reflect it.
Well, so
For-
because
in charge of
she
that.
was present initially, did you contribute to the robbery whatsoever?
I mean, I did
Did
point
you
a
point
gun
your
at
gun at
Bush
the- yeah.
before I changed my
Oh,
mind.
right. Okay. Right. Well, we can.
So unfortunately, you're still getting charged for it.
Yeah, I understand.
Port. But I reckon we can be nice, and since it was a failed robbery, we can forfeit that. With Henderson, we don't need to be throwing on too many robbery charges today. Since you
All right.
did turn yourself in, although you did fucking choke out one of my deputies.
I wouldn't say I turned myself in, but I'll take it. You did
Well,
kind of
you
point a
were-
gun at me and made me put my hands up.
Yeah, you were guided by the 6-shooter of justice. Politely suggested to surrender.
That was your rifle. You need to work on your terminology.
Well, it's a heat of the moment. I don't remember.
I understand.
I feel like I was very polite with asking you to stop your
Yeah.
horse, So
I think you were a little too polite.
well, you know, there's,
Can I give him some... Is he a new deputy? You seem like he's acting like he's a new deputy.
No, he's not a new deputy.
I just
Oh, yeah,
I
we
sort
did
of
meet
have
before,
a-
didn't we?
I sort of have a nice line that you know, you didn't quite cross until you had your hands around my neck.
Right, okay.
But I don't see why I should immediately need to scream and shout at you. You know.
No,
you're a
but you could be a
person.
little more assertive.
Well, you understand English, don't you? You seem to be able to converse, so I don't see why my tone needed to affect that, really.
No hablo inglés.
Right. Okay.
Hablo español.
Did you sort of you said you had a firefight with Henderson?
No. I mean, sort of, but no, not really.
Sort of.
You know, some loose shots were fired in either direction, and then we went our separate ways.
Right.
Yes, I reckon
so-
unlawful discharge should be enough.
Yes. And then, we absolutely, most certainly took several pigs and then sold
Right.
them on, which we witnessed.
Uh-huh.
And I believe I was also witness to you choking me out before I lost consciousness for a few seconds.
Oh, you saw that?
For most of it, yes.
Fair.
You very, very kindly flipped me over to ensure that I would see it instead of just sort of, what you can do is just sort of put your arm around my neck from a rear choke would have been more effective, honestly. But I appreciate
okay,
the,
I'll
the
take that
chance you
feedback
gave me.
for next time I choke you out.
Right. Okay, well then the rest of this looks fine.
All right, so you just got to read every charge that you're going to be giving her, and then I'll walk you through how to do the local bar transfer.
Right.
I feel like there's a charge missing, but okay.
Do you want to offer that up?
I mean, honestly, I'm surprised the 3 deputies who chased me haven't put anything down.
No, they did. You are wanted for participation in a shootout against the law.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to mention that. Never mind. All right, good.
Right. Well, in that case. Okay, so yes, you are wanted for participation in a shootout, livestock theft and rustling
Nice.
on multiple accounts, the unlawful discharge of a firearm, and we're going to waive the robbery of a peace officer because you were so very kind.
No, we're not. No,
Thank
we're
you,
not.
Thank you.
we're not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
thought
we're
that- I thought that you were
we're being
asking me
kind
to
by
do that.
not charging her for the attempted robbery of Captain Henderson.
the separate one, right? Sorry,
Oh, can we
wanted me to
swap
waive
those?
that
I'd rather be charged for trying to rob Henderson because that's the one I really meant.
Well, then you're gonna get both.
Right.
That seems fairer. Let's do that one.
You want
All right.
both rather than.
I mean,
than
look,
one.
at least I want credit for the crime that I cared about.
All right.
I'll add that in
Okay.
the file we just put up real quick.
All right.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not looking forward to the extra time in jail, but that's the actual crime that I feel like I did.
I suppose at least you get the bragging rights.
Yeah.
Next time you encounter your nemesis, Mr. Henderson.
Can I smoke in here?
Do you know? Yeah, sure. Do you know his full name, Henderson?
Eddie.
Eddie Henderson. Okay.
Thought he was telling me to waive the other charge. He was just saying he's not going to add another one on.
All right, we got attempted robbery of an Eddie Henderson added to it.
All right.
Thank you.
So that is your full set of crimes, at least that we seem to be aware of this evening, just today. Did you leave something in Sisika, or because you can always just request to have it picked up rather than?
No, I was actually going to try and stay out of trouble for a little bit. And then Henderson said we should rob the guy, and it kind of fell apart.
Right.
And I think maybe the fact that I had some of that moonshine from that bar in Valentine's is probably not good either.
Yeah, moonshine's not very good for you.
It's, I don't know, it's pretty fun.
I don't know about that. I drank it once by being tricked into it, and it tasted like shit.
Yeah.
All right,
But then
so
you do not
we
feel like shit after.
Right.
we
so you're-
switch the status to process all of them, and then we
Yes.
can give her a total of the time and the.
Yes, your total time will be 295 days and a total fine
Jesus.
of $535.
All right.
Now, when you do take the local guard transport, we do a flat. I think it's 20 days, but I'm not entirely sure. So we'll it's either 40 or 20. So we'll give you 40 just to be safe. Being very generous here, although you
Well,
were
thank you.
Lucifer poor. And then we'll send you on your way. You got to select Siska, and then you kind of tick the box down there that has local guard transport. And after you do
Alright.
the 40 days time served, we can send her on her way.
All right. Okay. Well, any last things for us, Miss Port?
That's quite all right. Local guard, take me away. Let's go.
All right. Have a wonderful stay. And away we go. All right. Yes. So it was pretty simple. Just had to process it as local guard.
Yep, that's the one.
Actually, significantly easier than the other way. So.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Love
was a
hearing it.
character. I did spot her on the hillside behind us, and I know it sort of ruined your plan. I apologise, but I noticed the tip
No.
line earlier on was lighting up a lot with situations with Miss Port, so I suspected she was very wanted.
Yep, no, good eye. You did the right thing. And now it is nighttime, so we can go there and be a little bit safer.
Right.
If you still got the time for it, that is.
Yes. Well, I didn't see anyone while we were there.
I think I saw somebody moving around, but I'm not sure if it was one of the residents there or somebody else.
Yes, I was a little lightheaded for some of it. She appeared behind me like a ghost. That was frightening.
Yeah. I didn't even jump the fence. I knew she was going to loop around.
She went under the dock. That's what happened. Got behind me.
Yeah, after she did what she did, she tried to go back to her horse, and I was just kind of sitting there. And then she jumped on top of the roof, and then went back down, and then I realized that she choked you.
Right.
And I put a gun to her, and she stopped.
Alright, well, at least she came in peacefully after that. I mean,
Yeah,
it sort of took worse yesterday. with
that's
that.
debatable.
Right. Hi, Andy. Yeah, dude, I love that we're just having this endless back and forth. You chasing Levi and, and then this. You just grabbed me, spun me over and choked me out. I was I didn't know where you were. It was great.
What were you going to say about yesterday?
Oh, no, there was a whole situation yesterday where I ended up taking a slight injury as well.
Fast. I'll send a tip real quick.
Yeah, it's me. I'm Levi. I ran away from you 2 nights in a row the other night. And yeah, Mr. Buchanan. Yeah, it's funny because I saw you on Levi and then I switched because I've got really nothing to do on that character this evening. So I thought I'd just switch to the law character that I play for a little bit. And of course, then I see you on the hillside. And I'd met you once. I could justify it because I met you when it was like your first day. I think it was like maybe one of your first days on Lucifer, and you met me in Valentine, and we were discussing that you had the same name. And Lucien was trying to give you money so that you wouldn't go and do crime. So he pretended to lose like a game of rock, paper, scissors or something we did. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, you were lighting up the tip line with stuff that Lucifer had done. So I just like grabbed you. Yeah, really fun. I've really enjoyed playing. I guess just playing the game with you, but also like the last couple of nights, the bank robbery we did and stuff the other night. I ran away from you as dressed up as a bank manager during that as well. And then the night before I ran out of tall trees and ran into Thieves Landing, which was pretty funny that you kind of tried to do it here. You were sending anonymous to some flatnet. Yeah, I know, yeah, it was really good. I love doing that as well. Yes, last night there was a situation with the Northwest gang, and I ended up in a quite extended firefight with them, but sort of halfway through that fight, someone appeared out of a bush and tackled me to the ground as well. Although they didn't choke me, I managed to get up and rejoin.
Have you done hand-to-hand combat? Don't you?
Yes, I have, yes, though I didn't really have much defense against this port then. She just sort of grabbed me before I knew it. Thumbs in my larynx and it was over.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I know it's a split-second decision. It's not easy. Yeah, I heard about two of them dying, I think.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yes, it was quite extensive. From what I understand, Wild took quite the injury as well. I wasn't able to check up on her. I don't know if that's something you're appraised of.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Beyond that, I think no one else was really harmed from law side of things. I managed to wrap it up. And then immediately responded to the situation in Strawberry with the 4 dead. We came into the Wild Stallions situation.
Yeah. You know, I've never been caught aback by a bunch of old people like that before in my life, because they could barely run, and then suddenly they were fucking crack shots. Yeah, it was quite the shootout. They'd lead you around and hide in the bush, wait for you to pass by, and then try and gun you down in the back, and then do it all over again.
And that was up
their
by the
grandson.
stables in Strawberry, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, right. How do you take this place with 8 deputies against 6 maniacs who don't miss any of their shots?
I would recommend maybe not this side because of the bridge.
Yeah, definitely not this side. But I assume we're gonna have enough time before they spot us going in. It's just a matter of what happens after the gunfight breaks out.
Right.
It's not really a problem to go inside, especially when you bring it under the guise of a conversation. It's the after that's the issue.
Yes, my first gunfight took place in there, and we were on the roof of the hotel for the beginning of the fight. So they managed to sort of gradually back out across the bridges and around the bluffs. But it was quite chaotic, I suppose would be an appropriate word. Almost immediately.
Mind the leeches. And you said did you win the gunfight, or what did you do?
Eventually we did, yes. Not in Thieves Landing. It sort of progressed to the point where I think 2 of them escaped and 4 were down. Can't remember very clearly anymore. It was way back in November, I think. It was predominantly on foot, sort of just rushing around these hills and then around the edges to Blackwater itself.
We'll leave our horses here.
Love hanging out with Schaefer. I love his voice, dude. So cool sounding. He also did a lot of Lucien's training. I immediately fall into the cadet role when I'm with him every time.
I reckon it's relatively, I don't want to say it's easy to do, but it's not impossible. It's just the folks we're up against are difficult to deal with if you ain't got the right deputies by your side. But that's the problems that you face in the department, right? You can't always pick and choose who you get with you.
Right. I suppose when you can plan an operation like this, you might be able to pick, though. But then also, would you not like to try and get some of the... It might be a good learning experience for some.
Might be their last, but yeah, you are right. I reckon this hill is quite good to try and take.
Yes, there's the stable just here. It's quite well obscured, although there isn't a huge amount of cover up here, aside from the bushes.
Nope. Yeah, if somebody's up here, they're going to be operating on the premises of distance instead of the premises of solid cover.
Right. Good vantage point for vision, though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? They like to flank around. They move a lot, and they move as one very, very quickly. A lot of people think that they're just dumb gunslingers, but they're not. Quite tactically inclined. Just to make it abundantly clear, if we get spotted, we're booking it as fast as possible because we're not going to live to see another day if they catch us.
Right. I had one engagement with the Golden Hounds, which was, it felt like going up against a military outfit. Would it be anything like that? With these chaps?
Is that a fellow over there?
I see one man on the bridge.
To the right of that, alongside the house, I guess.
Leaning against the thing. There is one chap there, yes.
That's not a local, is it?
I'll be honest, I cannot tell.
But yeah, to answer your question, it's pretty much like going up against a military outfit. And they don't hesitate. Not for a split second. You drop your guard down for 5 seconds, then you drop.
Right. By the way, everybody go and follow Andy Craft there. I'm sure that you've heard me singing her praises during the last few streams, but that is Caroline Keppel on Law and Lucifer Port, who we just arrested. Just choked me out. Very entertaining.
How'd the Golden Hounds gunfight go for you?
I saw about 0.3 seconds of it.
How did you get gunned down?
Well, yes, but I was hiding in it was out in Tumbleweed, and there are sort of little posts that I was hiding behind, that it felt like I was in quite good cover, but I found out very quickly that they were not.
Yeah.
Really, I just sort of took a bullet struck the post, and I think some of the brick came away and struck me. So I didn't take too much of an injury in terms of, you know, what you might come out of a gunfight with. But
That's fair. You can,
it was
put your
still
horse in the bushes here.
very short. Oh, this is not very well concealed at all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right.
As long as it don't shine in the daylight.
Don't see that guy anymore. Hi, Keeper. Yeah, I sort of cocked up. I don't know. I had a bit of a nightmare this morning. There was a lot of stuff around that sponsorship that was NDA'd, and I pretty much just misread an element of the NDA because I'm not feeling very well, and I just keep like. I'm sure you've seen me completely failed to speak correctly over the last couple months.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
And I think I did that with reading. Like I actually am struggling to read and speak correctly at times. And it's mostly just funny because I'm normally, instead of saying like gather oregano, I'm saying like bather oregano all the time. I keep like just stumbling over my words. It's pretty hilarious most of the time when I'm just playing a game. But when it comes to reading an NDA, it's not hilarious. So I screwed up one element of it that was in the NDA for yesterday, but not in the NDA for today. I mistook an NDA for yesterday for today, and then yeah, just I don't know. I just had a nightmare. Just I feel like shit. Okay, I feel like shit. So I sort of ruined the entire experience for myself with one of my favorite games. Oh, did streaming ruin the experience of something that you love? Huh? That's never happened before. But at least this time it wasn't chat's fault. It was entirely my own, kinda.
Pick it up a little bit, follow me.
Fucking handbrake turns that you can do on the horses now. The Drift King, yeah. I actually pulled off a really fucking sick one on Levi at one point. I remember what we were doing. It wasn't anything that important, like running away from the law or anything, but I was like riding really fast. And I skidded around like a whole corner in Blackwater. It was amazing.
How would you do this, Lord?
The surveillance or the assault?
The assault.
I suppose I would, assuming that we see sort of, a group of 6 or so in the centre of town, I would as stealthily as possible approach from this side. And then try and, I would imagine, using the sort of docks and stuff on the right as cover would be better than the speakeasy on the left.
Makes you think that.
Well, you just have more maneuverability if you need to push up or take different vantage points. You can get up on the roofs and behind cover over there, whereas the speakeasy is just sort of a singular structure locked behind the hotel, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that if they needed to take cover of their own, they'd probably pull back to the hotel for cover. And then you have there's just a quite large open expanse of land to move across if you needed to push up to the hotel, whereas you can make it pretty much from this side of town to the other side of town through the ports, whilst also remaining somewhat in cover. You could move up in groups of 2 to sort of tag. I think that might be what I would approach this as. Once you're up to where if they're pulling backwards or trying to maneuver around, they're going to have a much easier time if they use the docks rather than if they have the hotel. So if you can secure the dock area, then you massively limit their mobility, I would imagine. They have no choice but to back up towards the bridges, and then you're going to be able to see them from a mile away, unless they swim across. So you'd always be able to keep an eye on where they're going. Once they're over towards the stables, then you'd have a bit more of a problem because they could hole up there, and then you run into the same problem where you'd have to move over the bridge to get them, which I think would be the issue, and is the issue that we ran into previously. They actually ran up the hill to the left where we were just a moment ago last time, and then moved around that way. We had to rush kind of around out of the west of town. So either way, I think that becomes a problem once they have the ability to move. But if they're moving across that bridge and you've got eyesight on them, you'll probably be able to pick a few off. At least that would be my my approach. But I'm significantly less experienced than you are.
Hey, it ain't always experience. Experience sometimes dulls the eyes and sets you in ways that you can't. You get quite rigid.
Right. I suppose what I sort of focus on when involved in these engagements is one of the things that's quite hard is if you lose sight of the perpetrators, and that I think is immediately a twofold problem, because one, you don't know where they are, so they could be sighting you down, or two, they might be running, and if you don't know and nobody knows, then you're in a very tough position, because if you push up and they were just hiding, then you expose yourself, and if they are running away, then you might lose them after, especially when you plan an assault like this one. It's frustrating to immediately lose them. And from what you're saying, they like to maneuver about, and mobility is a thing that they sort of use and utilize as much as possible. Then cutting that down would be my priority.
Mobility and more than it is. They got good angle work, and they're good shots, every single one of them.
Right. Then I suppose whatever you can do to reduce that would probably be my approach. If you can pin them into, sort of lock them into the parts of town which reduce their ability to gain further angles on you. For me, that feels to me like the port. It's a little more of a complex area, but that dock, I think, gives you a good ability to move around. They're never going to run the risk of rushing it themselves unless they're absolutely insane. So.
Oh, they are. They've done it before. That's how they won the last gunfight.
Oh, right. Well, I suppose.
See, the thing with the port is,
yes,
if they pour out from one side and start fanning folks down, you're going to catch 3, 4, 5 deputies at once, all sitting out in the open. And that's what happened last time. That's my concern with the dock. But you do raise quite a valid point about it being the only place with real cover. It's just the problem with this group is that if they're very good at reading when deputies are disoriented and taking advantage of that. So unless you got 8 people that are going to be fully 100% there, which let's be honest, you and me both know that that's not the case.
Right.
Then might fall through. But I don't think giving them the angles that another side might have is wise either. It's just a matter of figuring out if the deputies that are going to be there are going to be able to execute some type of plan, which obviously we can sit here and theorize about it, but those things have to be fluid.
Have you
Able
considered
to change at any minute.
partnering people up so that people move exclusively in twos and don't bunch up as 5 or anything like that? Then that way you sort of just have...
If they separate in twos, they're as good as dead.
I mean,
there's any
twos within,
separation,
they're still within range of each other, but,
right.
you know, groups of, like 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 on the roof, somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, that's the idea.
And then there's no situation where you end up bunching up and rushing into anything. I can't see anything anymore through the mist.
Yeah. I think that's enough reconnaissance for tonight.
I think it's a very difficult place to assault and to really plan for anything. I suppose chaos is an advantage for the bastards. It sounds like.
Yep.
And that is
Yeah,
quite a
indeed.
chaotic field, I would imagine, of battle. Like
So the
playing
thing
into
is,
their
when you're
hands.
trying to formulate a plan like this, for example, we've tried the pairing, and if you make it quite rigid, what you run into is deputies who are not paying attention to where they should be shooting, and deputies instead pay attention to where their partner is, and that's
Right.
less guns actively shoot. So I like to keep things a little bit fluid in the sense that if you see a deputy alone covering an angle, you should go with him. If you
Yes,
already see two-
improvisation, I suppose,
Yeah.
would be quite reduced if you're too busy trying to follow the rigidity of a structured plan.
No, it's good to have a structured plan, but it has to be structured enough, but not too much. It's a fine line. Things get quite difficult with sieges like this, especially against people like that.
Right.
But I reckon you're onto something with that dock stand. I think I'll have a better look at the docks whenever I get the chance.
Yes, I just feel like there might be more mobility on that side of town than on the other. I think you really only have that speakeasy, I think. There's some fences and such, but I don't know how much cover they really provide. I feel like a bullet might pierce those fences.
I don't think it does. And yeah, you can pretty much traverse through the whole town if you hold that. The only problem I'm
There
thinking
isn't
of
actually
is
bullet piercing in the game, but
you can't get enough guns
flavouring.
shooting at the same time because you've only got your left and your right, if that makes any sense. So obviously the roof is good too, but they're going to focus on that roof very quickly. And you're going to have 2 deputies going down instantly.
Yes, I was trying to think of the verticality of the roofs, and I think that speakeasy really does not provide any sort of cover, whereas the hotel sort of does because it's got a sloped roof, so you can kind of dip down. It's not brilliant, but it is something if they were there. And if you take the docks and this side of town, unless you're going sort of east to west, I would imagine that they're more likely to push. If you rushed in south, they would try and find cover in the north of town, which would really only leave them with the hotel. kind of pins them into one basic place and square you need to cover. I think also you'd sort of, if you can get a man up on the one of the roofs on the docks, you'd know if they were moving quite quickly as well. It's a strange place though. There's also a lot of local activity and they tend to get quite aggravated from what I understand.
Sorry, what was your question?
Not really a question, I was just sort of pondering the people that live there, the locals, might be a problem as well.
Yep. Yeah, they can be, definitely.
It might be more of a problem if you're on the port side of things and the docks.
We got it back to Blackwater.
I shall await with bated breath to read the case file of how we led a group in there and they were all quite quickly apprehended.
Yeah,
No
what
casualties.
we got here? Hello? Sheriff's Department? Anybody injured out here?
Hello? Anybody here? Anybody injured? Please shout out. Not seeing anything.
Probably a headache. It's quite a common spot for that over there.
Right. Are there alligators in that water there?
Not to my knowledge. There is a panther by the tents we passed, though. Likes to creep up on people.
Right.
Yeah. Let's hope that's what the case file says.
And do you know when you're going to conduct this?
No, it's nothing's set in stone yet. I've just been pondering over it because a lot of the things they do, they'll plan them and they'll do it on their own terms. So we need to limit that before it gets ugly. They seem to know exactly when to strike. They show up in Blackwater, pick deputies up. I don't want them hiding behind hostages.
Right.
That's the thing that gets me. They preach about being up front and brave or whatever kind of other word they want to use, but they'll always hide behind innocent lives.
Yes, there
They
does
never
seem to
want
be quite a
direct
lot of
fight.
that contradiction among the criminal activity here.
Yep. They challenged fucking Deputy McGuire to a 10-pace duel, or at least Everett did. Preaching about how people hide behind things, fight like cowards, while hiding behind two innocent people.
Mm.
When they realized they were outnumbered, that's when they just rode out.
I suppose perhaps you could post a bulletin or something to have someone, you know, just keep an eye out if they're in Blackwater. Maybe an eye out towards the southwest for any activity.
Yeah, people are aware. There's been a bulletin about the funeral and the situation that happened yesterday.
Right. Why did the horse go absolutely insane just then?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Last seen over Bardson towards Blackwater. Let's go.
All right.
That was 6 minutes ago, so I'm assuming they're probably perhaps Strawberry Way by now.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the tracks at all?
A little bit, yes.
All right. Vargas. Yeah, fucking. Where'd you come from?
Came from Rhodes.
Okay.
What?
Shit.
What happened?
That will. Check the tip line. You'll see.
Why can't you just...
Yeah, I know where the train tracks are, but not really what the lines do, as in like where they go from each to what.
Okay. We'll go to. What's it called? Fucking. The station here. Take it from there. Try to backtrack as best we can. Not backtrack, but front track.
Yeah.
Sharp right coming up here. Rider. Ooh.
One of
Jesus.
those? Oh yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Where'd you come from?
Rhodes.
Okay. Good luck. Bye.
Oh, okay, goodbye. I was gonna give you a sock.
She said she was going to give you your socks.
Is that what she said? Oh, right. Yeah, she took up knitting and she made me socks, I guess.
Right. I want to be
She was
careful with
quiet.
that. Bizarre.
Good.
Well, I thought perhaps you'd left some socks at her house or something.
I'm married.
I know, that's why I was...
What are you implying here?
I'm not implying anything, I was just concerned that she's running around telling everyone she's got your socks. I want to make sure that she's adding as
Sure
much
you will.
context to that as possible.
Yeah, I can see how that can get misinterpreted, but I feel like the folks of the crossing are aware that I'm a God-fearing American, and I would never be unfaithful to my wife,
That's fair, I didn't question it.
especially not with a colleague. And I would definitely not forget my fucking socks.
The socks of all things, yeah. I actually have done that before, to be honest with you.
Okay. Let's
Left
check
a sock
the
behind.
schedule.
Will it be on a schedule if it's stolen though? Will it just go
Yeah, you
wherever
might
they
be right.
tell them?
Follow the tracks, see what we can do.
Right.
They've definitely passed here. If it's still ongoing, there's no way they're behind us.
Yes. Just put on both shoes but only one sock. I couldn't find my sock was the issue. And I was doing that thing, you know how in the morning where someone's asleep in the room, every noise is like a fucking atomic bomb going off? So I was trying to be as quiet as possible while rummaging through a bunch of random shit in a completely random person's fucking university dorm room. and I just had to give up. I just put on my shoe, and it was really far away. I had to get on a train home because I'd gone to Reading University, and I had to get on a train back to South London. And so on the way back, I was like, I could feel I was going to get a blister in one of my feet, so I took my shoes off and took the sock off of one foot and put it on the other, in the middle of the train.
To impress upon her the importance of socks and high quality socks on your patrols and your day-to-day activities, especially when you're standing or riding for 12 hours a day like I do. And she did not seem to understand that the material is very important. Be careful how you cross it.
Right, so she went and purchased you some socks.
No, I think she knitted them.
Oh, right. Well, that's very thoughtful, at least.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Just hope I don't get killed because of bad socks.
Guess it depends on the quality of her knitting.
It's the yarn. It's the material and the knit. Go left.
Right. I know absolutely nothing about knitting, I'm afraid.
Oh shit, be careful!
I actually know my way through here at speed because I do it on Levi a lot.
I'm gonna go over here to the right. See that path? That's what I'm gonna take.
Right. Where on earth could this train be? Can it truly have made it this far in 6 minutes? Or probably about, what, 10?
If they've taken it over... oh God, careful. Oh. There is a way to go down here. Just don't remember where it is. I think it's to the left here.
There's one to the right as well, but you know that from other characters are not really.
Well,
close.
Nope, it's not to the left.
Well, that leaves the only other option.
Yeah, let's just go through. We're wasting too much time.
Right. Problem with the route down on the right as well is that that fucking bear comes after you sometimes. Probably you can survive that fall, probably.
Oh, I didn't see you there for some reason.
I did get a little left behind, but not too bad.
Yeah, what I was saying is if they've taken the whole train hostage, then that definitely means they're pumping it at full speed. But the problem with trying to cut it off is at any point they can just stop and open fire on the deputies pursuing if they haven't already.
Right.
But I bet you, because I've seen this done before, they're going for that big fucking tunnel and they're going to try and shoot the deputies through it.
Right. The one by Bacchus.
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
I think it's that McGregor is chasing this train. I wonder if they've got him. And we're just running around chasing a train that's not. Actually, it was. There's no way. Not in 6 minutes they would have done that. Turned that around. Yeah, I don't think we would have survived the fall, but it would have fucked us up. It's role playing and not RDO.
Low in here.
Right. You wouldn't do that in real life, so you have to take that into account with these servers, which is always like, sometimes you do just want to be like, oh yeah, I'll just jump it off the fucking cliff, we'll survive, I will have HP left, but you'd never fucking do it in real life. You'd kill the horse and risk getting crushed under it yourself. Back on this fucking bridge. Land in the water, yeah. Sometimes you have to get a bit cartoonish with it just for the sake of not really having that much control over what your characters can do in the roleplay. Like when the guy just yeeted me off the fucking roof the other day because he couldn't. Like, there's no other thing he can do, right? Oh, my back is hurting me, man. Preparing myself mentally to do a... Here we are again. Long day of... Final Fantasy 7 tomorrow because I
Stop
want
here
to
and
catch
take a
up.
second, because clearly we're not going to catch it by trying to follow anymore.
Alright.
Okay. Nope, there's absolutely no fucking way we can cut it off anymore. So I guess we're following. Unless we book it straight for Annisburg. Oh fuck, they're going to Van Horn. Go
Right, yes. Of course they're going to Van Horn. The fucking Dead End Gang, right? I saw Wesley doing a bunch of stuff. I actually saw Wesley and one of the other ones on Levi. And then he was on the tip line earlier or something. Been fun to ride around with Schaefer. Haven't seen him a lot recently. I think the last, like, I saw him the other night briefly, but like, I haven't seen him. I haven't been able to do like. I genuinely think the last thing that we did was the shootout on New Year's. So literally 2 months ago to the day, basically.
I think I heard horses behind us. There's usually a bear somewhere to the left. If you hear, just ride hard. We'll try and avoid it.
Another bear attack. That's just what we need today. No bear, I wonder if... Oh, there he is.
Ride, 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 ride.
Almost. Blake was like, I don't know, man. He was completely...
Go uphill here. I think there is a way to go uphill here. No promises. Rough ride.
I was about to say there's no bear, so I wonder if that means that they rode through here already. He might have been on the tail of the other law. And then the bear. Sometimes that makes it so much easier to catch up when all the other characters have already gone through and aggroed all the animals, but also sometimes it means you run into a pack of like 16 wolves because they've gathered all of them up.
Are you familiar with Roanoke at all?
Sort of vaguely. I can just about get around.
Well, I can, so I might need your advice here. In a couple of... I know our the tracks are to the left, and it should curve to the east, right?
Right, I think up here, is this where the laboratory place is?
It should be... no, we're still next to the tracks, but yeah, the laboratory's close.
And then that leads you around to the tracks, and then there's the waterfall. And then if you follow the waterfall, that takes you all the way around the back of Annesburg, right?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
So I
think
don't.
so.
Are we trying to get to Van Horn or follow the tracks from there?
We're trying to get a little bit of go right here
Try and get ahead.
of a lead. We'll catch up. Yep. We go down here. Yep. Go left.
Alright.
Do I hear the waterfall or do I hear the fucking water?
That's
Or
there.
do I hear the train? I think it's a waterfall, right?
I think it might be waterfall. I don't hear the train.
Okay, let's see if we can get up here. I don't think we can. Not from this side, but we'll try anyway. Because that's what we're gonna do. Yes, we can. Maybe not. All right, here's hoping. Nope, nope, don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it.
All right.
Okay, let's go up here while we can. I hear it. East.
Yeah. Yeah, just get on the road, bruv. Don't freak out that much. Yeah, there it is.
Right there. Oop, sorry about that. You okay?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. You see it stopping? What's it doing?
I think it might have stopped.
Okay. No, shrimp. Don't do it, shrimp. Okay.
I think we're best off just heading into
Still
town.
moving. Yeah, we gotta go south.
Okay.
Picking it up here.
Yeah.
Mind the curve and then left. Slowing. Going right and left. Right above it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any of our chaps. Shouldn't we have people following?
It's slowing. Yeah, we should. I see horses behind. I see
Oh.
4 deputies.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I see 5 deputies.
All right. I can break off if needs be.
No, it's all right. You go ahead. Let's catch up with them, see what's going on.
All right.
What the fuck is happening? How many y'all got? Y'all got 5.
Yep, only 5.
Okay. You take Lord. Take Lord. Go ahead.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Long time for you as well, stranger.
Yes. How do you do? What's
Where
going
have you
on?
been? Did you go back to London or something?
No, I've been about. I just haven't seen you.
You've been about, but you have.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. This is. You're right. Serious stuff.
What is happening?
We're securing the conductor.
We are securing the conductor that is on a train with Dead End Gang on the way to Van Horn.
Okay. Well, that sounds awful.
We're stopping.
One is off the train to the left.
Who we have? Barry,
There's someone
Clem,
crawling.
Gregor, Campbell. What was his name?
Very demonic from here.
The Irish guy who sounds... he has to be the character from Peaky Blinders, but I can't remember what his name is in the game.
All right.
I'm assuming you would love this lovely lady back.
That's right.
Okay, well, so long as you don't try anything funny here, Mr. McGregor. We're gonna hand her over to you, and we're gonna be on our way. You could be on your way, and everyone can have a lovely rest of their day now.
All right.
All right. You go ahead, go on over. We're gonna get out of here. All right. Y'all have a lovely day now. Thanks for the ride.
Wait, is it smart to leave the train here?
Definitely not outside Van Horn. God, no. It'll be in tatters by the day.
True. They'll rip it apart and use it for scrap metal. Or worse. Derail it right in Saint Denis.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Can't think of a worse, though.
Well, where do you need to take this thing? Okay. We'll escort you. Alright. I didn't see anyone that's, as far as I know, particularly wanted, so... We can check in the office in Ansbury, but we're just gonna give her an escort back up there.
Understood.
Glad she's okay. It could have gone a lot worse.
Got a couple of people looking at us from behind.
Yep.
Sorry, I'll move.
Alright.
This is usually my off-duty horse, but I'm giving Callan a break today, so...
Like, what's the point? Why can't they just ride to Van Horn?
Did they just joyride a train? Is that all they did? That's hilarious.
Oh, he's lovely. I like the shades of grey.
What a fucking pointless and hilarious and brilliant thing to do for no reason at all. Didn't even rob anyone or anything, just wanted to steal the train for fun, back to Van Horn and then get off.
Big old friend too, that I
Oh, that's kind of
quite
funny.
like.
Who led that? Who was that? I don't know which Dead End Gang members are doing what at the moment. I don't know anything about them. I feel like I haven't seen any of the Dead End Gang do anything for ages. I know that like they're all out and about again after the last time they wrought havoc for a month straight.
I have
But I
a
haven't
Arabian
really
that's
been
so
a part of
tiny,
any
I
of
feel
it
like I'm gonna get
since they
crushed
came back
by
and
him
started
when
becoming
I'm
active
there.
again.
Good. God bless.
Good start.
Well, I'll have to look into getting one. I'm
Definitely.
never gonna have enough horses.
Oh, no.
Can I get a tip that where this situation's resolved?
Yeah, I got it. Campbell, Lorde, Geo, all of us, yeah.
Yeah, cool that looks, man.
Lord, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes,
I can't... I think I met someone... I was a deputy with a similar name to yourself, and I called him Lord, and he told me off and said, no, I'm not Lord. Lord sounds fancier than I do, so I'm going to assume you're that Lord.
Right, yes. Well, people often think I'm quite fancy,
She's
but
gonna be taking the train into depot now.
I'm,
Is it all a decoy,
Running
Lord?
up for the day.
All right.
yes, it's all a cover, I'm afraid.
I see.
I'm actually a very wanted criminal. Stolen my
Oh.
house.
Yeah.
No, I'm, yes, Lucien, Lord. Pleasure.
Pleasure. Deputy Campbell, myself, William Campbell.
I'm not sure if we've met as well, deputy behind me.
We've seen each other in passing quite a bit, but
Right.
we never really talked. Name's Gio. Nice to meet you.
Yes, good to meet you, Lucien.
Prefer Lloyd or Lucien?
Either or, Lord is fine.
All right.
I just don't want to get confused with a very famous Lord. Way up in the clouds.
Okay, let's see how wanted they are. Do you mind starting the paperwork?
I think somebody else might have started it. Archie Monroe's wanted for over 1,000 days.
Okay.
I feel like I missed most of that, but it seems as though they just sort of took the train for a joyride and then got off. Or was
They
was there
robbed it
anything else?
first.
Oh, they did rob it. All right.
Okay, let me
Looks
put Archie
like-
Monroe on the paperwork. It looks like they're getting commandeering of a train, robbery of a peace officer, hostage taking, and train robbery. That seems like a lot. Is that...
Let's think about this. I mean, so if they had just robbed the train, what would we have given them?
Train robbery, if the hostages weren't used.
Right. I mean, technically, we could be hitting them with like 7 counts of hostage taking, but we're not going to do that because that's excessive. So we'll do... let's do this. Let's do... They've robbed everyone on the train. I don't think...
Emmett Cassidy was robbed of his long arm before having to play rock, paper, scissors with a man in a blue shirt to keep his sidearm, which he luckily won. Titus was robbed of his Schofield. Pete Conrad then gave Rick Cassidy a Schofield, reason stating it's depressing for having a cattleman. Blanche was not touched. McGregor showed up with his group of law before Dead End Gang, changed their plans, stealing the train. They asked for the 4 hostages to get off, but they kept Ellie Cooper and then proceeded to over Bards.
Okay, so there's certainly... They are certainly getting train robbery. They are certainly getting commandeering of a train. Then they will get... Let's just give them robbery over 500.
Instead of robbery of a peace officer?
Well, they robbed... Yeah, give them robbery of a peace officer. Because there were peace officers there. But we don't have to give them the additional robbery charge. Just robbery of a peace officer. And then... Give them hostage taken of an Alio. Since we showed up.
So, robbery of a peace officer, hostage taking of a peace officer, commandeering of a train, and train robbery.
Yes. If they had just left the train when we got there, they wouldn't have gotten hostage taking of a peace officer or commandeering of a train. That was their choice. They wanted a fancy ride home, and they're going to pay the price. That's gonna put Scout up there around like 1400, 1500. I imagine that puts Archie around 13, 14. That'll put Dakota.
Okay, it's all on there now, so should be all good.
Okay. Excellent. So the total is at just under 1,400. Okay, so they're all about the same, roughly 1,300, 1,400, something like that. Not enough for us to mount a massive assault on Van Horn, unless we want to go in with just the 6 of us.
Unless Matt Dursk has been spotted today, I don't think.
No, I'm not sure who the other 2 were, but I've never seen.
I'm clocking off any moment now.
What?
Yeah, sorry. I saw that you were here, so of course we can't ever do a shift together. It's in the unfortunately.
This
it's in
isn't
the,
fair.
SCSD handbook now. Yes.
That's just not fair.
I hope they all get shingles and chlamydia or something. I hope they get the measles.
Right, I've got to check my telegrams.
Right, well that'll be it for me. Good to see you and meet you chaps, or sort of officially.
Yes, take it easy.
Yeah, good to
Of
see
course.
you, Barry. Have a wonderful evening. Try not to get into too much trouble.
You as well.
Have a nice night. See you later. What I should do is flee this horse, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna strut down the boardwalk in my black shirt. This is my funeral attire that I got because I wanted to go to Abner's funeral but couldn't make it. I think I literally had the worst migraine that night, and it was so annoying. I wanted to like log in and just go and quietly sit in the back. I had such a killer migraine. It was like ramping up. It was on like a Sunday, like a few weeks ago. I had like the most horrendous headache kicking in. And I went and bought like the suit and that, but like I don't know if anyone else gets migraines, but the thought of sitting in front of 3 screens, because I've got 3 screens here, was just way too much. I couldn't handle it, and I just felt so sick, so I didn't get to go. But yeah, I had this like black outfit ready, all black outfit, which I was gonna put on if the old Lord blood ever got activated. You know, and I needed to destroy. That was pretty fun. Let's raid into Orcish again because he just is so greedy. That I get to raid into his channel 2 times a day. Oh, I've got to do it from the other window. Hold on. I'm not used to being logged into my second channel. Alright, well that was a fun evening. That was quite nice. Got to kind of roll around with Levi and Beatrice, and then switch to Lucien and do a couple of fun things. I enjoyed riding around with Schaefer, actually. I do sort of enjoy role playing with Uncle Dirtbag. Lucien and Schaefer, I really like their dynamic sometimes. And that's that. Alright, I'm starting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth again from the beginning tomorrow on the main channel. I assume no one's going to watch it. And I'll probably be playing Levi tomorrow night. I think a couple of the gang are going to be out, so we'll see what we can get into. Don't really know what we're going to do. Probably run some guts and see how that plays. So I'll see you tomorrow for that if you want to watch it. If not, whatever. See you later. Peace. Bye. Banger of a Creed track. You ready? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go on, Scott, scream it. Yeah. All right, VOD watchers, no idea what's going on. Bye.